One thing I know from all my years of teaching crafts is that there are some type of students who like to know the why behind everything. If you're that type of student, this may be the video for you. If not, you may want to just jump to the supply list of what type of crochet hooks you'll need. In this video, I'm going to teach you everything you ever wanted to know, and probably even some things you never even thought you didn't know about crochet hooks. Let's start with the first thing, which is materials. There are several types of materials that are pretty common for crochet hooks. Metal is usually the most affordable option, and one of the benefits of metal besides its affordability is that it's available in a really broad range of sizes, and usually metal hooks come with a few different types of shape. One shape is called a tapered hook. That's where the hook sort of gets wider as it comes to this piece here, which is the throat. There's also an inline hook where the hook is the same width all the way through. Many people find that they have preferences between inline and tapered hooks. Personally, I prefer tapered hooks. So metal hooks are affordable, so why doesn't everyone use them? Well, one of the challenges of metal hooks is they are thermally conductive. What does that mean? They conduct temperature. So if it's cold and you are crocheting with a metal hook, your hand is going to feel cold. If it's hot and sweaty, your hook is going to feel hot and sweaty. Because of that, these are not necessarily great hooks for people with hand injuries or with arthritis in their hand. And so for that reason, folks that have sort of hand issues, I would definitely recommend they consider another material. Another approach is to combine metal with another substance. This is a metal hook that has a handmade polymer clay handle. And this, besides obviously being very pretty, it also helps because most of your hand is going to actually rest on the polymer clay part of the hook, so it will minimize some of that effect of the thermal conductivity. A next common material is wood. One of the benefits of wood is that it doesn't have the thermal conductivity problem. It's usually finished, so typically wooden hooks that are finished are quite smooth, and so for that reason they can be really comfortable for people that have arthritis or other hand issues. I personally really like working with wooden hooks, but I know everyone has different preferences in regards to material. Another option is bamboo. Similar to wood, not always finished, so that's another option you might consider. This is a gorgeous handmade wooden hook from Nelson Wood. I have a review that I'll link to of Nelson Wood hooks, which I love. This is an ergonomic hook, so you may notice it has an unusual shape. This is actually to prevent hand strain as well as to look like totally fabulous. Nowadays, we also have hooks that are made from resins and plastic and other materials, and again, there's lots of different shapes for hooks that are ergonomic. For example, these two hooks both have ergonomic handles, but the actual hook itself is made from different materials. This is a metal and this is a plastic. And this is also a plastic hook. You can see that hooks are available in a lot of sizes. The size of the hook refers to the circumference of the hook, not including this piece, which is called a thumb rest. The thumb rest is typically the part of the hook where there may be an indent like this, right here. There may actually be a wider piece like here or like here, and the purpose of that shape is when you rest your thumb on the thumb rest, you'll have the greatest control of the hook. Also, it'll be the right position for balancing the hook and also for preventing hand strain. Some hooks like this one don't have a visible thumb rest, but as you glide your finger across it, you can feel that it's a little bit narrower in this space. All the hooks that I just showed you can be used for standard crochet. I want to show you some specialized hooks for other types of projects. These three hooks are all used for Tunisian crochet. And so what you'll notice about them is they typically have a knob at the end. And that's because Tunisian crochet, similarly to knitting, you actually keep your stitches on the hook. And so they need to not slip off the hook, and that's why there's a little knob at the end. This hook you can see has two hooks. It's a double-ended crochet hook, and this is for double-ended crochet, which is a variation of Tunisian crochet, where you work with two different yarns going in different directions, and so you need a hook on each end. This is a handmade crochet hook that is used for dimensional stitches like bobbles and bullions and things like that. Having this sort of sloped shape allows you to make your extra loops here so that it's easier to glide your hook through them. Something else to consider are interchangeable crochet hook sets. These sets can usually be used for all types of crochet, for standard, for double-ended, and for Tunisian crochet. So what makes them interchangeable? Typically they'll come with a bunch of hooks in a variety of sizes, and then the end of the hook will allow it to be attached to a cord. So I'll share this as an example. This is the cord for this particular set, and you'll add the hook to the cord. At the other end of the cord, you can put another hook if you want to do double-ended crochet, or you can put a stopper for standard or Tunisian crochet. Most of these sets have hooks in a variety of sizes, cords in a variety of lengths, and several different stoppers. Some of these sets come with connectors that will allow you to put together multiple cords if you want to make a really, really long crochet hook. And some come with a key, which you can insert into the small hole to make sure that you've tightened the cord to the hook, and that just prevents you from getting snags in that join. If it's loose, the yarn will snag there. For this particular project, I used a G hook, and again, the G is also known as a 4mm or 4.25mm hook, number 6 in the US, and the letters and the numbers all refer to the circumference of the hook, not the length. And so some people crochet tighter and some people crochet looser. So if you've never crocheted before and you're not sure if you crochet tightly or loosely, I would recommend that you get a couple of other sizes to experiment with. So you might get the size that's a little bit smaller, which is the F, or you might get the size that's a little bit larger, which is the I. And a lot of crochet hooks come in sets of 2 or 3, or even larger, as you can see, so that might be helpful. But again, I will have the specific hook that you need for this project based on my tension listed in the supply list. I hope this has been helpful to walk you through different materials and through different hook types that you might want to check out.